News of service of Barong Insurance, a change in EMS service. That's our big story for 7:30. Yesterday was the final day of service for Burns Flat EMS as it ceases operations after all of its medics recently submitted resignations that become effective as of today. The resignations came after months of discussions regarding pay, staffing, resources, and the future of the service. The town of Burns Flat has entered into a mutual aid agreement with Siner EMS to provide ambulance service from the Clinton and Hobart locations. Johnny Red is with Siner.
The literal next step is Monday. Dispatch will page our team. And once we've concluded June, and hopefully we'll have some good numbers to take a look at and study, we have committed to go back to the city commission, share our findings, and then develop a longer-term strategy on how to make sure that the folks in that part of the county have got adequate and obviously top-tier EMS coverage.
Under the mutual aid agreement, Siner will help cover Burns Flat, Dill City, Foss, and Sentinel, while officials work on a long-range plan. Weatherford Mayor Mike Brown says museums in the city of Weatherford are experiencing more attendance this year.
Our museums are up 60% since the first of the year on number of people coming in, amount of money people are spending. It's really just beginning as far as the summertime travel.
Additionally, Brown says he believes the future Shooting Star Park being constructed across from the Stafford Air and Space Museum will become a destination for travelers. The Board of Trustees in the town of Carnegie have accepted a contract with Veteran Waste Solutions as the town's primary sanitation provider effective September 1st. The mayor of Carnegie says residential sanitation rates for customers inside the town of Carnegie will not be impacted by the change. However, some commercial and rural customers may see adjustments to their service rates depending on their location and service needs. More news coming up next.
I'm talking to Michael Barong of Barong Insurance. Michael, tell me a little bit about why you think people should do business with Barong Insurance.
We've been in the community for 75 years, and we don't plan on going anywhere. I think that history and being rooted in the community really helps in how you approach taking care of, your customers. You want to do right by them, not for the short term, but for the long term.
For all types of insurance, it's Barong Insurance, the agency service-built. Barong Insurance.
District 1 Custer County Commissioner Wade Anders recently highlighted the upcoming move of the Custer County Health Department in Weatherford to the campus of Southwestern Oklahoma State University.
They come to us with this to be able to tie it in with them. Plus, it also helps the kids that's going through education, that it ties in with some of that with this building, the new facility they built up there. We've been through it, and we've made an agreement with them, and that'll happen in the near future. So health department, there'll be signs up there and everything to get with them. We work with them, and that's a great deal. Very nice facility up there.
The department will be relocating to the Jerry and Margaret Hodge Center for Pharmacy and Rural Health on the SWOSU campus. City of Weatherford officials say asphalt work is planned to begin Tuesday, weather permitting. Crews will start on West Oklahoma Avenue and Arlington Avenue between 7th and 5th Streets. Once the section is done, work will move to the east-west roads between Davis and Franklin Avenues. Stretching from 7th Street to Kansas Street, drivers are urged to use caution in those areas. Gubernatorial candidate Mike Mazzei outlined his campaign for the upcoming primary election in a recent interview with Right Radio.
We're talking about real solutions and a real plan. And when true conservatives unite in faith and freedom around a solid plan that can make Oklahoma a no-income tax state, abolish property taxes for seniors and veterans, get our kids reading at grade level, secure the land of Oklahoma for the people of Oklahoma, and get our young adults equipped with a skilled trade. Together we can launch a golden age of growth and prosperity right here in Oklahoma.
Mazzei and several other candidates will be on the June 16th Republican primary election ballot. President Donald Trump last week endorsed Mazzei as Oklahoma's next governor. Here is state news.
News from the Radio Oklahoma News Network. I'm Ann Roberts. The saying goes, a lie is halfway around the world before the truth gets out of the barn. State Capitol correspondent Trey Davis has more on the use of AI in political campaigns.
Republican gubernatorial candidate Mike Macy, a subject of AI-generated ads, says it should be regulated.
We all need to deal with it appropriately and respectfully, and when we're dealing with information, we need to deal with the facts.
Chip Keating, Charles McCall, and Gettner Drummond all concur the use of AI should be banned in political advertising. And while the candidates' campaigns may not have used AI-generated images, candidates supporting PACs have.
Groundbreaking for a major refinery redevelopment in Stevens County over the weekend. The Green Fuels Refinery near Duncan will be one of the first refineries to be built in nearly half a century. 80 new jobs are expected to be created for the project. From the Radio Oklahoma News Network, I'm Ann Roberts.
News at 7:30, a service of Barong Insurance. Coming up next, we'll look at local funeral notices after this word from Lee Hometown Funeral Home.
Most people don't even know where to begin when planning a funeral. Who wants to think about that anyway? So we put it off and often leave the burden on someone else. Or if the unexpected happens to a loved one, funeral arrangements are the last thing we want to think about. At Lee Hometown Funeral Home in Clinton, they will help you make funeral arrangements with compassion and understanding. Brandon Lee, the owner of Lee Hometown Funeral Home, understands the difference that locally owned and operated makes. Please visit Lee Hometown Funeral Home today at 1217 West Gary in Clinton.
Funeral services for 77-year-old Barbara Janelle Craig will be held today at 10 o'clock at First Baptist Church in Mountain View. Services under the direction of Ann Martha's Funeral Home in Mountain View. Funeral services for 83-year-old Jacqueline Threadgill will be held today at 10 o'clock in the chapel of Lockstone Funeral Home in Thomas. Interment will be held at Mound Valley Cemetery in Thomas. Funeral services for 22-year-old Coda Allen Myers will be held today at 1 o'clock at the Hyman Memorial Chapel of Lee Hometown Funeral Home in Clinton. He worked for local co-ops fumigating wheat products. Graveside services for 90-year-old Alexander Johnson Miller will be held Tuesday at Canute Cemetery. He worked in the automotive and appliance repair industries. Services under the direction of Martin Duggar Funeral Home and Cremation Service in Elk City. Today's funeral notices, the service of Brandon Lee at Lee Hometown Funeral Home of Clinton.